What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Oregon State Dynasty. Hope you guys are doing okay. We got a huge game today against Penn State, and I just actually posted a recruiting video last night, so go check that out. That was kind of a wrap-up on week one, and today we move into all things Nittany Lions. But before we talk about the pregame stuff, let's take a look back at what happened last year. We played Penn State.
He was open. He was open. I don't even know if this is in this guy's range. About to find out.
He gets it up.
God, fuck you. Alright, well, we basically just lost the game because our kicker can't even make a 48-yard field goal, apparently. And, well, it's not even his fault because our defense did nothing today except let them score every time they had the damn ball. So...
It's up, and it's good. Defense needs to stop. Now, this young man has very coolly come through to put the victory in his team's win column. Is this great or what? That's going to do it for this one.
Yeah, that loss hurt quite a bit. That was our first one in over 2 seasons of games. So props to the Nittany Lions for pulling that out. It was a 6 overtime ball game. If you want to go see the full thing, I'll tag it right here for you. It was an absolute thriller. But let's get back to this season. Let's take a look at players of the week. So this is for the Pac-12, not just me. And these are actually my 2 players of the game, I think, for offense and defense. Dwayne Turner, offensive player of the week, and David Carter, defensive player of the week. And I think my defensive player of the week was actually George McGuire because he led our team in tackles, but our defense played so well. You could have picked 3 or 4 guys for defensive player of the week for how they played against Ohio State. Here's the Heisman watch, though. We got a newcomer. Dwayne Turner moves up into 5th after 4 touchdowns last week, 2 receiving, 1 rushing, and he had that defensive touchdown. Well, it counts as defensive. It was that kick 6, returned at 104 yards, last play of the first half. Go check out the Ohio State game, too, by the way. If you guys missed it, I'll tag that right here. It was a great game. We experimented with the new sliders, and it was super competitive. And if you could see the thumbnail, you saw that Ohio State ran the triple option. But Shane Austin's also in there once again. He was in there to start the season, and he stayed there after a 3 touchdown performance. He played pretty well. Threw 1 pick. You know, it wasn't a great start for him, but he got injured as well. So it was kind of an up and down day. He'll only get better this season. But as you can see, Penn State's got a guy in there as well. This is Jeremy Williams, their quarterback. Looks like a dual threat guy, and we're going to have to deal with him today. So get excited for that, I guess. He's going to be a handful. Moving on, though, taking a look at the conference standings, we're 1-0. The only team to play in our division, looks like Utah played a game as well, and they lost to Utah State. So they don't look too good this year, just a 2-star school, and a lot of the other teams will start playing this week, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. But here's the top 25. Oklahoma stays at number 1. As you can see, we got 22 first-place votes. LSU has 1, as well as Army, and we're going to play Army in week 3, so we'll see them in the short future. Who else played, though? Alabama won against Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost. A&M beat Georgia. Arkansas beat Kentucky. So not much going on. Not a lot of teams play in that week 1. I guess a lot of people will count it as a bye week, but we played. So moving on to scores and schedules. Let's see who played this week. Well, let's see who's going to play. Let's take a look at the top 25 and then the not NCAA, the Pac-12. Let's see, any notable games in here? Temple, Texas A&M, Syracuse, Southern Miss, okay. LSU, Tennessee, that's a top 25 game. Let's see, Clemson, Cincinnati should be good down there, as well as Auburn, Florida. So there's some good ones. Army plays at Arkansas State. Arkansas State, a respectable FCS, not FCS, group of 5 team, not FCS. Here's the Pac-12. Utah at Western Michigan, Cal at Colorado. You got Florida Atlantic at UCLA, a bunch of FCS teams. Oregon, UMass, you know, Washington State at Virginia. Washington's going to have a cupcake game here, as you can see, against FCS Northwest. We'll see how that ends up for them. And we, of course, have Penn State, as y'all know by now. But let's take care of a couple more housekeeping things before we get into the ball game. First of which is going to be Drip of the Day, which, if you don't know, I give to a backup player. Lee McGee is also better than Austin now, apparently. But anyways, I give it to a backup player who plays well in their first kind of game starting or plays well in garbage time. And this week, it's going to go to Jaron Taylor, the starting free safety. His swag game's lacking a little bit, but he played real well. He had a sack, a TFL, and he's going to be the guy free safety. So let's go ahead and make him look nice since he's going to be on the field quite a bit. All right, much better. We actually changed his number. He was number like 32 last year, I think, so we changed him to 18, which looks a lot better. Here we go. We're going to update the sliders like I talked about last week. I'm going to bump the speed threshold up a little bit because I thought Reynolds was a little bit slower than, 88 speed's not great, but he was running super slow. I'm going to put the home field advantage effects on as well because that's what makes the game fun. I like my controller to shake and stuff. And then we're going to bump clipping down a touch because they called way too many clipping penalties. It was absolute BS. So we take care of those things and leave everything else the same. And there's one other housekeeping thing I wanted to take care of. Someone brought this to my attention in the comment section. We're going to transfer Bill Stegel, I don't know, to Oregon because this guy wanted him to play at Oregon. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So if you want to know how to do this too, if you want to transfer players within the game without having to use the EADB editor, literally just go to any team, match up their eligibility year, like Bill's a freshman with a true freshman, and then you got to take screenshots of all those numbers that I had on there before and put those in, and then it should come out to the same overall. Sometimes it's one less or one more. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that, change his appearance, make him look like who he was to be recruited as, change his skills here, and he'll come out with a new overall and on a new team. So he comes out to 65 overall. He loses 1 point. I'm not sure how that really happens, but whatever. I think it's realistic to say he loses a point for transferring. But let's get into our game here. Enough with the housekeeping stuff. Taking on Penn State, 2 versus 10. Kirk is rolling with us. We're better than them on a lot of categories on paper, but they haven't played a game yet, as you'll see. Won the conference a couple years ago. Last won the national championship in 1986, probably with Joe Paterno. And here's a look at their schedule. They got Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, so they got some tough games ahead. They might be looking past this one, perhaps. We're certainly not. This is a revenge game for us. We've been having this one marked ever since we lost that game back in, January to me, but last season for these guys. September that would have been, I believe. But here's our numbers. Pretty good start. Shane Austin, 15 of 18, 182, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Ryan Reynolds, 15 for 98 last week, 6.5 per touch. And Dwayne Turner, 4 for 79. We don't have a pick yet, but David Carter's got 2 sacks. So we'll continue to move those numbers up and hopefully get Reynolds back in the century mark today. But without further ado, we're ready for this ball game, guys. Let's see if we can get revenge today against a very good Penn State team. Last year, you'll ask my mom or my brother, I was kicking stuff around. I was super pissed off about that loss. So let's right those wrongs today at home in Corvallis. Here we go. We won the toss. We elected to defer, of course. And Sparks sends it away. Back for a touchback like every time. And it looks like Sanders takes a knee. Here we go. Defense on the field. Penn State, back to that normal offense today. So we're going to do a lot of blitzing, a lot of man coverage. And beautiful job right there by Hubbard on the first play, getting his hand in there to deflect that thing away. Good start for the converted strong safety. Re-rack, 2nd and 10. Another pass for Penn State. Quarterback takes off. He's a dual threat like we talked about. Breaks a tackle and gets the first down. Lucky that Taylor didn't get a face mask there as well. But a good start for Penn State. And here they go. Draw. Catch just sleeping. Taylor missed the tackle. Small sends him flying. That was hilarious. But Penn State putting a drive together. A couple big plays. We come back right here. Kind of miss with Taylor, but kind of trips him up. So that gets the job done. Let's go, though. We need to stop. 2nd and 5. Going man-to-man, and boom. Mistake made by Penn State. Looks like a false start. That's going to push them back and slow down their tempo. That was huge. Penalties really killed Penn State the entire day. They go draw on 2nd and 10, and we shut down draws every single time. Kenny Hubbard got it that time. He had 2 great plays on the opening drive for him after a quiet game last week. He had a couple nice plays, but I'm looking for him to emerge more at that 3rd linebacker spot. 3rd and 12, though. Let's go. We got to get off the field. They're going 5 wide. We go cover 3, and we defend it beautifully. He dropped the pass. Wouldn't have been a first down anyway. Would have been out of field goal range anyways, and instead, Penn State's going to punt it. So, not a 3 and out. A great opening series stop by the defense, and the punt goes out of bounds. All right, 7:05 in the first. Bring the offense on the field. We're going to start with a curl flat play. It's man-to-man. Not a great throw by Austin, but Turner makes the catch and gets 10 yards. We come back on 1st and 10. Motion Turner right to left. We got Reynolds on the counter. Let's see if we can get the blocks. We do. The hole is there on the right side. It's a touchdown if I keep it outside, but of course I jumped in because I was nervous. But we come right back with Reynolds, finds a crease, good blocking, and he comes right back for 17 yards, making up for that last just terrible vision by me. We check out of a pass and go to the midline read option. It's a keeper for Austin. He gets up the middle. A nice sizable gain there, 9 yards. So we're going up tempo. We're moving the ball well. Penn State hasn't really been able to stop us yet. Only we have been able to do that. Reynolds, another nice run there. 1st and 10, 5:38 to go. We're trying to go stick and nod, catch him sleeping with Van perhaps on a double move. Not there. Reynolds with great pass protection. We just got to check it down to Pennington for 2. 2nd and 8, we check out of an option play, go to the screen. They're blitzing, so this should work pretty well for us. We drop back. McConnell gets out in the flat, and I'm not sure what really happened there. We took a bad angle. Riley did, the center, and we don't get as many yards as we should have there. So 3rd and 4. They're showing blitz. We check into a pass. I'm feeling Turner on the slant, so we bring Van on a drag as well. And here we just make too quick of a read. That should have been picked off. Terrible throw. I just panicked when I saw the zone coverage. I don't really know. There was nobody really open there. That should be, no one's open. Take off, scramble with it, Bad read on my part, and we got to settle for 3. Penn State comes back, still trying to establish the run game. They run a counter there, get 8 yards. And we blitz right here. Bad throw, but a nice catch by the receiver there. The strategy for this game was to keep spies, blitz, shut down the run, and, our secondary would have to step up man-to-man. And I think they did that for the most part, and they've done it very well so far. And here yet again, number 70, really hurting Penn State with a false start penalty. That's his 2nd. So pushes them back to 2nd and 15, way behind schedule. We go zone blitz. They run a screen. We don't recognize it immediately, and we miss the tackle there. He gets 6 yards. That's okay, though. 3rd and 9. We're going zone blitz again. Good coverage here on the wheel route over there. Pressure not home. He's going deep, but nobody home. Misses the receiver. Underwood, kind of lucky he missed that one. But that's the sliders. QB accuracy is set at 5, so they're not going to make every single throw. We get the ball back. Turner with an 11-yard return right there. All right, 2nd offensive drive of the game. Trying to go read option out of the 2-back set. We don't run the read option out of this very much, so I'm thinking it's going to catch him off guard, and it just does not. The linebacker sees it all the way. Great tackle there. And Austin is hurt as well on that play, so that's not good for us. He had issues with injuries last week as well. This didn't really flare up at all last year, so Lee McGee's got to come in the ball game. The backup, he's obviously played some snaps this year, and his first throw is a beauty to Turner on the out route over there. Gets 9. And as you can see right here, it looks as if Austin will actually be back. So not too serious of an injury, just a strained pectoral. But McGee's going to stay in the game for the time being. And he gets the first down right here on 3rd and 1. Excellent job by Lee. Hands off to Reynolds here. And that's just poorly blocked. The lineman completely left Reynolds out to dry right there. And the linebacker made him pay. Just look at this. Look at this. Williams pulling right to left. Just didn't pick up any of those 2 guys. If he picks up just one, we're fine. But now Austin's back in the game. We're going to keep him in. Re-injury risk is low. And his first throw is to Turner, who shoves off a defender. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Goodbye. You will not catch Dwayne Turner in the open space, baby. And he picks up right where he left off last week with 4 touchdowns, a 59-yard catch and run right there to get us up on the board. Big for the boys. 10-0 lead with 1:50 to go in the first. But can't dwell on it. Got to bring the defense back on the field. Penn State still running the ball with success, but Taylor shuts it down right there. We did well there, fleshing out the read option and making the tackle in open space. Brings up a big 3rd and 6. We're going to go double safety blitz here. We got a sack on this last week, and right here, the pressure does not get home. Penn State with a just absolutely beautiful play call. Sweep left to right, and they pick up the first down. They come back with a screen. I pressed on this. I have no idea what happened, but he hit it for a big gainer. McGuire luckily gets back to make the tackle, but 37 off the screen pass has Penn State sitting pretty in the red zone. We come back, though, and Taylor with another nice hit on the read option. We got to shut him down in the red zone. Broken tackle right there. Ron Cotton missed it. and Vincent Phillips makes us pay with the first down. They come back. They're going tempo this entire time. We shut them down there, but we're still in the nickel and dime package, so I actually spend a timeout right here. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter, and I don't like the personnel set we had in the ball game, so I call timeout. Let's reset. Let's get some heavier bodies on the field. Let's go 4-3, get some more linebackers in the game. And that's a tip for you guys. You know, you don't have to always just continue to let them run the ball on you in the nickel or dime packages. You can use those timeouts. You don't need to save them. Let's see if it works out for us. They go speed option, and boom! Early Carter hits him in the backfield. He just saw that option play coming before it even happened. So, yeah, the payoff was real there. Brings up 3rd and goal instead of them potentially scoring on that play. And that's a beautiful job by Early getting outside. So, 3rd and goal. 12 seconds to go in the half. We drop into zone. The pressure gets home, and he has to just throw this thing to anywhere to avoid an intentional grounding penalty. Skips out of the back of the end zone. Huge job there. Not a huge job. Great job. Good gamesmanship calling that timeout. As you can see, instead of a touchdown, we settle. We hold them to 3 points, and that was huge. So here we go, back on the field offensively. We've done well so far. A touchdown and a field goal. We're moving the ball. We hit Reynolds on the swing there, and that ends the first quarter. So 10-3, not a bad stretch. The defense played well, got a stop, got that huge red zone stop. The offense has scored twice. We got against Penn State last year, we settled for field goals a couple times, and it hurt us and we also turned the ball over too. So today we got to convert touchdowns. We can't settle for 3. Let's see what we do on this drive. We check out of a run to the Z spot. I kind of struggle with this play. Let's see. We end up going with stick. Nobody's open. And we end up finding McConnell underneath for 2 yards, and those were huge couple of yards because here on 3rd and 4 it gives us a better chance to convert. Nice block by Ward. Reynolds breaks a tackle. That's well done. 17 yards there to give us the first down. He's been running it at will thus far. Nearing 100 yards already, if I'm not mistaken. And we go back to him again right here. Same play. We're going to keep running it until you can stop it. He freezes the safety in the gap with the double juke and gets 14 more. And here we check out of the jet sweep into the weak flood. Penn State's in a 3-3. It looks like they're going to bring some pressure off the left side. So we're still unsure of what we want to call here. I think we end up sticking with it. We hot route Reynolds to play back in pass pro in case they do blitz. And they do. They're bringing 5. Reynolds picks it up. We're back there all day. There's just nobody open. That's well covered by Penn State. And luckily, that was just a bad throw because it would have been picked. But 2nd and 10. Here we go in the tight slot. We check it down to Parker underneath for 5 to bring up a more manageable 3rd down conversion. And that's exactly what we do. Reynolds runs ahead on the trap play, freezes the safety, and gets more yardage. That's 82 yards for him right there. And the first down for us. We go back to the swing here to Turner. Well done by that linebacker. Good tackle in space there. He also closed the angle down. And they're not allowing Turner to get into open space as much as they can. He already hit him up for a nice little reception touchdown earlier, but they're going to try and shut him down as much as they can. Here we go. Late check to the Z spot. We got a mismatch, one-on-one with the linebacker, and we take a sack. Crucial sack there. We can't have those. Those are the differences between touchdowns and field goals right there. Those sacks. And it looks like it was John Ward who just got bull rushed by that D tackle, and he gets the sack. So 3rd and 15. High pressure situation. We got to convert. We go with the middle slant. There's nobody open. Austin's got to scramble and just yuck this thing out of bounds. There's just no pass pro. It was only a 4-man rush, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know, the offensive line really struggled all day. You guys will see that. Sparks has to settle for the field goal. He hits it. So 13-3. We still got the 10-point lead. Defense back on the field. They've played very well. Nice job there shutting down the option, taking away the pitch guy, and we handled the business on the quarterback. They come back and hit a pass underneath. Mobley takes out his ACL. So brings up 3rd and 4, and we've done very well in third down situations thus far. And we do a great job here as well. Taylor helps in coverage, and we get the sack because the quarterback had to escape the pocket a little bit too early, and Joseph the beneficiary there. You see this number 11 guy, they kept him back in pass protection instead of sending him out on a route, and that was the difference right there because we were manned up against him, and we helped back in coverage, and that was the big determiner right there. Turner, nothing on the return, so we're coming back with a pass here, 3:54 to go. We cancel the play action, and A is wide open on the flood route right there. That's a bad read by me. So it brings up 2nd and 10. We check out of a counter into the clear out. We send Turner deep. We got single high safety coverage. This is where we live. They drop into a cover 4, though, so we hit Reynolds underneath. That's well done from Austin. We come back with the counter. We checked out of it last time, and there's not much there here either. Just a 2-yard gain for Reynolds on that one. Probably should have bounced it outside, but what are you going to do? 2nd and 8. 3:14 to go in the second. We check into the Z spot here. It's zone coverage, and oh my, we take another freaking sack, bro. I think it was Ward again. Let's see the replay. Yep, dude, this guy, oh my God. And this prompted me to make this decision. I had to take Ward out of the game. That's the second time he's just allowed guys into the backfield for a free sack. So we put McCray into the game. He's the new guy at left guard. He started there last year, so let's see if he can do any better for us. Honestly, like, that wasn't even his fault. That was the right side of the line, but there's holes everywhere. Look at this. Riley gets just wrecked. It was supposed to be a double team with McCray, but he just got swum, and we fumbled the ball. Penn State gets it in very good field position, and I think that's the 3rd sack we've given up already in the first half. So they're just living in the backfield. Let's see if our defense can bail us out. That was BS right there. That was absolute BS. I was right there. Should have been picked off. They give him the friendly animation, and they come right back and get a touchdown right here. There's no way this was a touchdown. He was short of the end zone, but by that time I was so pissed off. I was like, all right, whatever, man. You can have your touchdown. Let's just move on to the next play. That was bad, though. I told him, test me. Throw my way again, and I'm going to pick it off. So stay tuned for that. Here's Turner on the return, though. Hasn't been much there for him. They've done a good job of mitigating that by just kicking it to the center of the field and not to the sidelines. But we get a free 15 yards here with the face mask penalty. Tack that on, and let's go to work. First play, Reynolds parting of the Red Seas right up the middle. 15 more for him. He's had huge chunk plays today from Reynolds. The blocking's been good on the run. Pass is a different story. So we go back to the run here. Another option play we give to Reynolds. Has some room up the field. Good blocking. And 13 more. That gets him over the century mark right there. And here we go. We're checking into a play, creating our offense. We find Pennington open over the middle on a slant. We come back and give it to Turner on a sweep. Reynolds gets a nice block for us. And we probably should have just gone to the sideline instead of playing around there, but it's all good. We get 6 yards. Right here, we got a mismatch. We hit Parker on the Z spot, and he gets inside the 5 all the way down to the 2. I'm going to take that all day. I know I run Z spot all the time, but if I can get a slot receiver matched up on a linebacker like that, or, you know, a slower safety, I'm going to take that. And we hit him up for it right there. So we're in business. 1st and goal, 1:06 to go. Actually, 44 seconds to go from the 3. Bring Phillips in the ballgame. The Wildcat was not good last week, but it works right here. Phillips able to find his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The blocking was just terrible right there, but that's why you put a big fullback in on the Wildcat instead of a smaller running back, because he could break a few tackles, rub some shoulders, and get in for 6. So there we go. We got the 10-point lead once again. Now it's up to the defense to close out this first half. We're keeping everything in front of us, forcing them to use their timeouts. They did right there. 31 seconds to go. They got 2 left. 2nd and 3. Going man-to-man. A beautiful job right there by Ron Cotton, defending the pass, getting his hand in there, breaking it up. Stops the clock so they can keep that timeout. But it's 3rd and 3. 26 seconds to go. They got to convert, and they do. Fogle catches the pass against the cover 3, but that's fine. They're nowhere near scoring range. They had to use another timeout. They go screen right here. That's easy pickings. Carter missed the tackle, but Mobley comes over and lays the wood on him. The clock continues to run, and Williams takes off right here, escapes the pocket, and he's brought down in the field of play. So with 4 seconds left, they got to use their final timeout. We go cover 4. All they can do here is a Hail Mary. We got no pressure, but he just throws it. That's nowhere near the end zone. Pickens swats it down, and that takes us to halftime. A 20-10 lead after, I would say, a pretty dominant first half. You know, there were a couple hiccups here and there defensively. We definitely need to improve in pass pro, but it's all good. We got the 10-point lead. Last year, I think we were losing to Penn State at halftime, so I'll take that any day of the week. Let's go to the locker room, make some adjustments, come out in the second half, and play better. All right, here we go with the second half. Turner gets it to start, and once again, they kick it right up to the middle of the field, so we can't really use that sideline to our advantage like we like to do. But gets 29. We'll take it. Good starting field position. We're over the 25, so anything like that I consider, you know, a positive return. Let's see what we got for the opening drive of the second. Been a good mix of the run and the pass so far. We got him caught in single high safety coverage, and there's Austin Beverly. Been super quiet to start the season, but a nice play there. Nice little juke at the end. Let's take one more look at that. That's his first catch of the season. I said he was quiet last week. He didn't record a single catch, so that's his first of the year right there. Good to see him back in the mix. He's supposed to be our #1 guy along with Dwayne Turner, kind of 1A and 1B. Nice job there. He's back, baby. Let's keep it moving. We check out of the triple option look out of the wing and go with that clear out play once again. You guys know I love my audibles. Except I don't really like the look here or here. Penn State really did a good job disguising whatever they wanted to do. And I think we end up going to Z-spot, usually what we like to do. I didn't like that really much anyways, but it works out. We hit Pennington on the sideline over there, the flag route for 12. Once again, he's matched up with the linebackers. That's a mismatch. We come back with a double screen, my favorite play, and it would have been a freaking touchdown if we got the throw off, but we didn't. Got to do better next time. Got to get that throw off sooner. We go back to Reynolds, though, on the ground. McCray had a nice block there. We run right next to him, and Reynolds gets 12 yards. And we're going to try and hit Pennington on the out route here for the touchdown, but they drop into his zone. They know exactly where we wanted to go with that. Turner was wide open on that curl route there. I recognize that now. Luckily, we get the throw off, though. That's where I was going with it, but we couldn't get it off. False incomplete. We'll take it. We check out of a play here into the Z spot again. It's like a broken record. And here we check it down to Van, probably prematurely. We had Pennington open to his left for some more yardage, but it's okay. It's positive yardage. So 3rd and 6, and there's Beverly once again with the catch, and that should have been a touchdown. He's literally in the end zone with the ball, but gets down to the 1. Second of the drive, and Phillips right here on the Wildcat just gets shut down. I think the sweeps are the way to go in the Wildcat this year. We don't really have the blocking, and as you can see, it works out right here. Turner gets into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day, 6th in 2 games. And it's not even like 2 full games. This is like his 6th in 3 halves of action. So that's unbelievable. I think we're done with the power runs out of the Wildcat. We're just going to go with sweeps and misdirections, at least for this year. Here we go. He's testing me again. Taylor downfield has the interception. They had us beat by 1 step, but Taylor has that speed to recover. I told you guys, I want him to test me again. We should have had the pick in the first half. We get it right here. That's his first of the season, not his first career. He had a pick 6 last year, but that's the first of the season for him. We love it, especially when it's a user pick. And I come back thinking, hey, let's run a big play here. Let's hit him up for something deep. And, you know, as you can see, the pass pro just breaks down. Who was that? Chris Cobbs, the right tackle, just got swum like it's the Olympics 100-meter, but whatever. 2nd and 17, orbit motion with Pennington. Look at this block over here by Lee Duncan. A little pancake. Pennington fills right there, gets 15 yards. We're back in business. 3rd and 2. We can convert on that. And that we do. Reynolds takes the handoff, gets a nice block from Van, gets up to the 44, and out of bounds. So we go from 3rd and 15 to 1st and 10 in plus territory. That's some good stuff. That was really the difference of the game right there, fellas. Right here, we hit Turner on the in route. That was one of those times where usually I'm pretty good about waiting for guys to come open. He beat him off the line. And when it's man-to-man, the in route is always open in this game, I'm telling you. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to hit X. I know he's going to be open. So that was one of the few times where I was just like, whatever. I'm going to throw it over here. It's a video game. But we hit Turner on the bubble, gets 3, and here, this is just a complete lapse in coverage. Unbelievably bad by Penn State. Beverly makes him pay with the catch and the touchdown off my favorite play, that double wheel route. Literally everybody on Penn State's defense went from the right side of the field to the left. I think it was that inverted play where they have the safety blitzing and everyone slides in coverage. I have no idea. Whatever it was, we hit them up for it. Just too easy for us, and now we got a 24-point lead. It is all Beavers. And Penn State needs a response right here offensively, but our defense is absolutely locking down and teeing off. David Carter, the sack right there, is 3rd of the season. That was just too easy, man. Way too easy. 93 overall D tackle. You're not going to hold him one-on-one. And Williams, he's been pressured all day, so he's been leaving the pocket way too early on occasions. Right there, that should have been intercepted. I have no idea. We didn't even get the reaction, but we were right there for it. I have no idea, but it's all good. Today, he'll be back. And we get another sack right there. Marcus Mobley this time kind of just spying and taking advantage of Williams leaving the pocket once again too early. He takes one read, doesn't really look for his checkdowns. He just takes off looking for the big run, and it's not there. Mobley takes it away. So they're behind schedule again, and we get in the backfield again. This time he's credited with a 3-yard gain, but the tackle started in the backfield. We'll take it nonetheless. 3rd and 11. They're way behind schedule. They go screen. That's not going to work, especially not on the short side of the field where we're playing, and we get the tackle for no yardage. They're going to have to punt once again. We nearly blocked it right there, too. So he sends it out of bounds. Not even going to give Turner a chance to return. Probably smart. Now let's cue it up back on offense. A touchdown on this drive puts the game away. Let's motion Pennington over. We're trying to run it to the outside on the right side. Look at this block from McCray. Reynolds fills. We got... if Beverly would have just gotten that safety, that's probably a touchdown. Reynolds is still running at this very second. But 33 yards there. I think that move putting McCray back in for John Ward was a smart one because we're moving the ball at will. We're running the ball very efficiently. We come back. I think we run literally the exact same play. Do we check out of it? We do. All right, we check out of it, actually. We go with the screen. Probably should have stuck with it. I mean, nothing on film would have suggested they would have stopped that. And the screen wasn't really there. We got a nice block, but the safety's right there to make the play. It was zone coverage, so they were ready for that one. 2nd and 6, 1:04 to go. Looking for Turner on the bubble here. He's wide open. I have no idea what I'm waiting for. No idea what I'm waiting for. Didn't even get the pass off. We take another sack. That one's on me. That one's not on the offensive line. Yes, it could be blocked better, but Turner's wide open. I got to hit that. That's my bad. Austin comes back, though, on the Y lead read option, breaks a tackle, and gets up 13 yards to bring up 4th and 1. Huge play. Can we convert? The hole's right there. No, we cannot. No, we cannot. McConnell tried to bounce it outside. As you can see, it's perfectly blocked. The B gap, not the B gap, the A gap right there, there's nobody in there. That's where we got to go. We missed it. And I was kind of pissed off at that point because, you know, Nick Saban said it best. When you're playing good teams and have a chance to put them away, you got to freaking put them away. And that's what we should have done right there. A touchdown on that drive puts the game away. And instead, Penn State's driving with a chance to cut this deficit in half. And that's the end of the third quarter. So 34-10. Obviously, we're dominating, but the game should have been over at the end of that drive going into this fourth quarter. So instead, Penn State's got a chance to respond and cut this thing to potentially 2 possessions with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So we got to stand up defensively. Let's see if we can keep dominating. They start in bunch. They motion left to right, and that's the guy who ends up getting the ball. That's a great adjustment. We recognize that later. They run that same play a couple different times. And another bad penalty taken here by the Nittany Lions offensive line. 3rd false start of the day. And I don't think it went against 70 that time, but still, they put themselves behind schedule. Great coverage here by McGuire. Takes away the slants, comes down, makes contact with the flat receiver, and we get some help with the tackle. 2nd and 12, trying to hit the running back out of the backfield on the angle. Bad pass. 3rd and 12. Let's go. Big play right here. They go 4 verts. Burnett gets burned, but Cotton comes up, lays the wood, keeps him short of the line to gain for 4th and 1 early in the fourth quarter. Of course, they're going to go for it. We go engage 8, and it's a toss. Beautiful play call. Taylor misses the tackle, and Phillips waltzes his way into the end zone for the touchdown. I was not expecting a halfback toss there, but that's just a great play call. It was blocked to perfection, and, well, we missed the tackle. So, but here we go. They got a chance to cut it to 2 possessions if they can get this 2-point conversion. Just got to reset here and play some defense, get this stop. They go in route, but he's short of the line, short of the goal line, rather, and Melton makes the tackle. That was wide open. I think it was just a bad throw by the quarterback because he was on the goal line. He beat us man-to-man on the in route. And, yeah, I don't know, just poor execution by the Nittany Lions. And that's a big play because it keeps it at 3 possessions. And we can put the game away even further right here. And as you can see right there, take a look at the game stats going up to this point. It's 34-16. We've run just about the same amount of plays, but we have just about double the yardage, and that's what you like to see. 19 first downs, 411 yards. We've moved the ball today very well. What's killed us has been the sacks, and because of the sacks, we're settling for the field goals. So this game could have been a much bigger margin. We could have won this by probably 40 points had we scored touchdowns. But here we go. Next offensive drive, first of the fourth quarter. Turner had that nice return a couple seconds ago. Couldn't connect with him there on the deep pass. Reynolds takes the sweep, only gets 1. So 3rd and 9, we're faced with another 3rd down conversion. We got to convert. We go stick. We wait all day. Turner finally comes open on the slant route. That was going to be the guy we were going to go to the entire time. Took him a second to get off the press, but we stuck with him, and Austin delivers a beautiful throw for the first down. All right, we motion Pennington again. This should be a dead giveaway that we're running, but they don't know that. Reynolds takes the counter. Nice run there. Well blocked, 21 yards. I always love to motion a receiver out of the boundary so we can open up some space, clear out a potential tackler, and it pays off just all the time. And it did again right there. But here we go, back to the tight slots. I'm trying to find Beverly on the deep flag. We check out of it because they're probably going zone based off the look they were giving me. Then we go midline read option. And then we end up just calling timeout because I didn't really like any of the play calls we had, and it looked like they were ready for whatever we wanted to bring. I had no idea what they were running defensively. So just safe thing there. Call timeout, get yourself reset, come out in a new personnel set, and have a new play call. And here we tool around with the audibles again, and ends up, oh yeah, That's how it ends up right there. Another sack, the 4th of the day for Penn State, the 2nd for this Anthony Floyd guy. And who got burned this time? It was Williams. That's just too easy. Spin move. Reynolds tried to help in pass pro, but he just jumped on him and then got the sack. So that was kind of funny. But 2nd and 16, way behind schedule. We find Reynolds on the check down. That's a smart throw. Get some yardage. It's a convertible 3rd down. We got Turner on the out route. He's covered, but we hit Beverly on the slant. That's a beautiful combination. The out and in route like that, just well done. He gets off the press. 4th catch of the day for him, 75 yards. Huge comeback game. Kind of the reemergence of Austin Beverly. But let's finish it, guys. We need a touchdown here to put this ball game away. We're trying to go outside with a run, so we motion Turner out to the left. He's not a very good blocker. And we get the blockers out in front of us. Not very good, though. Not very good. Phillips got a chip. McCray didn't even lay a finger on him. So we only get 2. We could have had a lot more there. That's not very well executed. Now it's 2nd and 8 at the 8. This is a big play. We've got to get closer to the goal line, but we said screw that. We hit Turner on the slant for the touchdown, his 7th in the last 2 games, and that was huge. That puts the ball game away. Great. I mean, that's just straight chemistry, you know what I mean? Austin's thrown so many touchdowns to Turner over the years. He knew exactly where he was going to be. He saw that it was a cover 2, and we hit him just in the perfect spot for the touchdown. And that would be the game sealer right there as the defense closes it out right here. We kept the first teamers in the entire time because I hate Penn State after what happened last year. So 3rd and 6, beautiful coverage here. He's got to check it down all the way on the other side of the field. Brings up 4th and 4, and Penn State is tapping out, baby. They don't want any more of this smoke. 4th and 4 with 3 minutes to go. You think they would go for it, you know, last chance opportunity to get back in this thing. But nope, they're just going to punt it back to us, and that gives us a chance to put this ball game away and get some revenge a year later as Turner takes the return. Man, he is just shifty as hell. You cannot bring him down. But here we go, 2:46 to go. Just going to run the ball, work this clock. Negative play right there, not very good. But it's okay. All we're really trying to do is take this clock away. We come back with the read option, well, the midline read option, as we run the play clock down. Nice little fake, good blocking. Look at McCray up there getting that one for us, and Austin gets 19. We go split zone here at the closing end of this play clock. More running room. Nice little pancake there from, who was that, Williams? Okay, good stuff. That makes up for some previous mistakes he had. Go back to Reynolds here. I just completely missed the gap on that one. Every time I run that play, I cut it back to the left side. I didn't right there. That was just dumb. So we go back to Reynolds, let him get a couple more yards. I'm trying to score, honestly. I hate Penn State so much. I'm pulling a James Franklin here and trying to score with like 3 seconds to go. I'm trying to put up as many as possible. So we're trying to punch this in to close this game out. Reynolds can't get it in there, but I call timeout with 5 seconds left. As Reynolds also got hurt on that play, and I'm not sure I even checked to see if he was okay after. So I'm going to look at that to open up next week's video. But Austin takes a snap, and he gets in for the touchdown, and it's just a party. That's how you end a ball game right there, man. 4 seconds to go, and as you can see, he's just having a good time. He remembers how much that loss hurt last season, his first as a starter, and he comes back and makes it right. As you can see, we close out the game right there with the tackle on the kick return, 48-16. It was clear who the better team was today. Last year, we definitely were the better team, in my opinion. We just made some critical mistakes. Didn't happen today. We scored 6 touchdowns, only turned it over once on that fumble. And we righted that wrong from last year. We defended our home win streak as well. That's the 36th home game that we've won in a row. Still never lost on YouTube, so that continues today. A dominant performance today on both sides of the football, and the scoreboard reflects it. Huge win for the Beavers. Let's take a look at the post-game stats real quick. As you can see, another big second half, 28-6 differential. Just like last week against Ohio State, you know, we had some things to correct at halftime, some adjustments to make, and we did that. Shane Austin, 24 of 31, 291 yards and 3 touchdowns, 77% completion percentage. But as you can see, sacked 6 times. That's got to change. Ryan Reynolds, 20 carries, 198 yards. Huge day for him, 34 after contact. Still no touchdowns, but he's getting a lot of yardage, so that's good. Phillips, a touchdown. Turner had a touchdown, and Austin had a touchdown as well. And speaking of Turner, he led us in receiving, 8 for 129, 2 more touchdowns. Beverly had a big game, 4 for 75, and a touchdown. Pennington had another nice week, 4 for 40. Reynolds, 4 for 25, and Parker, 2 for 21. We're just spreading the ball around very well. We got our 2 leaders in Turner and Beverly, and then guys like Pennington and Parker pick up the slack on the other end. Defensively, a huge day. We had 3 sacks. Mobley, Carter, and Joseph one apiece. A host of TFLs. We shut them down today. We shut down their quote-unquote Heisman quarterback. And we also had a interception. A deflection for Ron Cotton should have been, well, no, it shouldn't have been an interception this time. It was just a pass defended. That's what it was. Jaron Taylor had an interception. That was beautiful, too. And he's really fun to play with, may I add. And another nice day for Turner in the kick return. Let's take a look at the team stats to close it out real quick. 523 yards for us, 300 passing, 223 on the ground compared to their 181 passing, 95 on the ground. And the padlock stat for today, fellas, 2 for 10. Penn State on third down, 20% conversion rate. That's your padlock stat of the game. So when you add it all up, a 48-16 victory. We also dominated time of possession. I think it was 20 minutes to 8. So, yeah, 23 to 8, actually. So, huge game. Good stats. Scoreboard backs it up. Look at Washington. Barely beat FCS Northwest 28-23. That's hilarious. Kirby, what y'all doing, bro? If they don't drop in the rankings for that, that's absolute BS. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We got the W over Penn State in really dominant fashion as we continue to move here. We're going to have a bye week next week, and then we're going to take on Army, who squeaked by Arkansas State today 24-23. So we'll see how good they actually are. We kind of got a nice warm-up game against Ohio State because they ran the triple option the entire time. So I think we're well-versed with what to expect from Army. And that's who we got next week. But today was great. Got some nice revenge over Penn State. And this team's looking very dangerous, guys. This defense is very good. Ryan Reynolds is running very well. Dwayne Turner has 7 touchdowns in just 2 games of play. He's your Heisman favorite, I'm telling you. But I can't wait to get into the next game, man. These games are super fun. They're super competitive. The sliders are great. And we got, so like I said, we got Army next week. So if you like this, hit the like button, hit the sub button. We got 175 earlier today, so I'm going to post the special video for you guys tomorrow. It's just another one-on-one game with me and my brother. He beat me the first time, so find out if he beat me, if I beat him in the rematch, just like I did today with Penn State. But thanks again for watching, and until next time, peace out.